It's Saturday afternoon, getting a little bit later in the day. I kind of got a late start. We're going to answer the question, is it worth it to get the camper ready, take off into the woods, and try and find a spot for an epic adventure only having one night? Well, that's what we do almost every week. I think we'll make it work. Look at this. Oh, I wish I had a spot I could go camping right there. Not going to be super picky today. We're going to find a spot. We're going to call that home. But I figured there's a couple of trails in this forest that I've never been on. So that is what we're going to do first. I'll admit, I have fun out here testing the limits of what I can put this truck and camper through. But sometimes you get down these roads and there's just no good places to turn around, and you wonder, like, how much further can I keep going? Some of the maple trees are starting to change colors here in Minnesota, but today is still warm. It's like 82 degrees. That is too warm for me. Tonight it's going to cool off. Hopefully get down into the 50s. It'll be a comfortable night for sleeping. Speaking of that, I don't know how Toby stays sleeping on these trails. The truck's rocking and rolling. Every time I come across people on side-by-sides, they always have a big smile on their face. They're out here doing the same thing that I'm doing. They're probably thinking that guy's crazy for bringing that camper out here. Let's see what we got here. This looks like a beautiful place to call home for the night. Let's check this out, Toby. We got a fire pit. What else do you need for a night of camping? This is going to work perfect for a single night. I don't have any cell phone service, so I'll text Mandy my GPS coordinates off the Garmin InReach. We got this thing all to ourselves. What do you think, Toby? Yeah. Before I start the fire, Toby and I came into the woods looking for a mushroom, a big chicken in the woods. It'll go perfectly with tonight's supper. Beautiful night for a walk out here. We've had some pretty cool temps the last few weeks, so there's not much for bugs out here. It's really not too bad at all. I'm not finding anything, which is a little surprising because I can find them all over by the house. You get out here and there's absolutely nothing. It'd be cool if there's something scribed in the stone. It's like glacial scrapes or something. That's really cool. We should probably make our way back to the camper and get the fire going. I may have spoke a little too soon about those bugs. I think they followed us in from the woods. But I still got my summer stock of mosquito repellent, so we're gonna burn these coils, and then I got the thermocell right under Toby's chair. You can just let me know if those mosquitoes give you any problems. There's no doubt that these coils do help a lot, and I noticed they're on sale at Walmart right now. For like a 4-pack is $1. I'll probably go in and just buy the store out. That'll do. I get people criticize my fire making ability. And here's the deal. They start every time. Not because I know what I'm doing, but because I use kiln dried wood and those fire starters. It'll start every time. We said we were looking for an epic one-nighter. I think we got a great start. We found a perfect campsite, went for a nice walk in the woods, and now we got this fire. I'm saying this is pretty good, eh, buddy? Let's talk about dinner. We've got pork chops, an onion, and mushrooms. We're going to be making this in the Dutch oven over the campfire, and by the time we're done, it's going to look like this came out of a restaurant. And we even got a French roll to put on the fire. First, I got to dice up the onion and the mushrooms, and I'm going to sear the pork chops. But we'll do this first. I don't want the pork chops to burn. Now that that's done, we can put a little bit of oil in the Dutch oven. We're going to salt and pepper the pork chops, put it on the fire. I'm looking to get a really good crisp on both sides of the pork chops. We'll check them in a couple. It's been about 5 minutes. Let's see what they look like. Not quite yet. It's been about 10 minutes per side. I think it's done. We're gonna bring these in, transfer the pork chops to a plate, and we're gonna saute up the mushrooms and onions. Those look perfect. Now we can get 4 tablespoons of butter added in, and we'll put in our mushrooms and our onions. I'm gonna go back out to the fire, quick 3-4 minutes, saute the mushrooms and onions, and then I'll be back. Keeping an eye on the place. All right. One and a half tablespoons of flour, 1 cup water, 3/4 cup of cream. Now we can stir this up. And then to add just a little bit more flavor, we're going to go 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. A little bit more pepper and some salt. I don't claim to be a chef, and I don't know a whole lot about cooking, but I do know that the soy sauce, it just does something to the cream, makes it taste better. Almost like cuts it down a little bit. I don't know. Soy sauce and cream go really well. Let's find a big old chunk of mushroom. That'll do. A little bit more flour, and that would make an excellent gravy. Time to add in the pork chops. That is going to taste good. About 35 minutes on the fire, it'll be all done. The only thing that's missing is about 5 cloves of garlic, and I left them at the grocery store. It wouldn't be right if I didn't forget something. In the meantime, we can get some dishes washed up. I think we'll get that guy moved out of the way. Get this put on for a couple minutes. Let's take a look. That looks really good. Without a doubt, the gravy with the crusty bread, it's so good. It's like 11 o'clock. Too late to eat, so I think I'm going to save the pork chops for later, but I'll definitely finish off this crusty bread. It is so good. That was a super easy one-pot meal. Pork is so affordable too. A lot cheaper than beef. I got a little bit more cleaning to do, and then I figure we'll go sit by the fire. I got a little bit of wood left. I think we can check the campfire off the list for our perfect overnighter. It's been a really good day. Toby's wore out. He is out like a light. He's not going to be coming out here, but the good news is he's comfortable inside the camper. Last weekend it got down into the low 40s, and he ended up jumping in the overhead cab with me. I prefer if he sleeps by the dinette though. That's where he normally sleeps. He's a bed hog. There's just not enough room for me and him in a queen size bed, believe it or not. The woods is really loud tonight. I got stuff going on all around me. I'm hearing crashes in the woods over here and crashes over there, and it's probably just something as simple as leaves falling, but in dead silence, everything sounds so much louder. I do got the flashlight out here though, just in case. As I was walking down the steps, my stomach started growling, and it sounded like a person talking for a second. I didn't realize it was my stomach. Oh, it scared the daylights out of me. I'm telling you what, there is just noises all over. Maybe we should go for a little walk. I'm pretty sure this is how most good ideas start, or horror movies. Check out all the acorns. That's gotta be what I hear dropping. I think we'll just go down the road a little ways. I thought I just saw a flash. Man, all kinds of noises. That flash could have been a reflector or something. I definitely need a better light for my face though. This isn't working at all. It's a beautiful moon tonight. Almost a full moon. Well, now I'm starting to get bats darting around the light. Probably head back to the camper. There's definitely some noise in this woods. Made it back home. Well, I think I'm just going to sit around the fire for the next 45 minutes and go to bed. I'll see you in the morning. You hear that? I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm laying in bed and it sounds like something is being thrown at the camper. It must be acorns dropping. It's like 3 a.m. I gotta go to bed. See what I'm talking about? When your mind starts playing tricks on you, these nights get really long. It's pretty dark out here. See you in the morning. Not a good sleep last night. I did put up the motion sensor and also the trail camera. They didn't go off last night. I'm almost positive that it was just acorns falling from the trees, but that's not what kept me up all night. Never dropped below about 65 degrees, and I got up this morning 6 o'clock and the sheets were sticking to me. It was hot in here. I am so ready for fall. You too, Toby? Enough with this summer. Let's get ready for winter. But the question was, can we come out and have just a one-nighter, be a awesome camping trip? I'm saying yes. This little outing is exactly what I needed to prepare myself for another week at work. Weather Channel is saying another hot day today, mid 80s. We better get out of here before that happens. I still got a lot of work at home to do. I don't think I told you, Mandy and I, we're finally moving in together, but we'll save that for another video. I think that means we got this video in the bag. We'll do this again next Tuesday. Until then, be kind, be honest. We'll see you down the road. Let's go home, Toby.